It's 5:45 p.m., which means it's time for BC TV's Nightly News Roundup. I'm tonight's host, Roland Boyden, alongside Joe Bushy. Joe, welcome back to the desk that makes this show 5:45 Live. Joe, what's on deck for tonight?
Tonight we have the Super Bowl for the Generals. Shumlin talks Wall Street. 600 locals put the Wild and Wild night on the catwalk, and more. Back to you.
And remember, we do it all in 15 minutes, so hopefully you got time to stick with us.
Panthers will break the huddle in the wishbone. I take that back. They will go to an I formation with a single wide to the right. And look for the pass by Brown. Out of the hands and intercepted. Oh my! Is it? It's Martinez. Interception. Pick six, baby. Touchdown, General. All right. Oh my! Make it 20-0 Brattleboro on top.
Welcome back to 5:45 Live. That's footage from this weekend's Pee Wee Super Bowl in Ashburn, Massachusetts. Joe Bushy, you were there videotaping this. Tell us just a little bit about a really pretty cool, historic one, might even say.
It really was. As I understand it, Roland, it's the first time the local Pee Wee team has ever made it that far in the Pop Warner League. And I don't know if local folks know it, but the league they play in is based primarily in Massachusetts. And there's a lot of big, tough kids down there on that team. And I believe I watched them here last year play that team, and that team got the best of them, but not this time down there. The Brattleboro team did a great job. They had a lot of excellent defensive stops, and even though they had some interceptions, they really stuck to their guns, and they played a great game and against a very tough team who, at the last, with 53 seconds left, I believe, the other team scored a goal, North Country. Otherwise, it would have been 21-0.
Shutout,
so
yeah. Of course, 7 of those
coming
off that pick six we saw, so some interceptions on both sides. They managed to
capitalize
capitalize off of their turnovers.
They did.
All right, they were ramped up at the end of the game. Let's take a look. All right, and now I look back to Saturday's Wild Night on the Catwalk Compassion for Fashion Hospice benefit. Local and regional designers created one-of-a-kind repurposed fashions for this major runway show to benefit Brattleboro Area Hospice. Wild Night on the Catwalk on Saturday, November 19th at the Putney Schools Courier Center in Putney was a huge success.
Was indeed.
Oh yeah, it looked more like LA than New York, some said, with hundreds of people and many fabulous dresses presented by beautiful models, all a very good cause. And we've got some clips. Hopefully you can feel the atmosphere a little bit here, courtesy of BC TV producer, videographer, and hopefully co-captain on the Deshay Show, which we'll talk about in just a little bit, Ian Keel. Let's take a look at his footage. Wild Night on the Catwalk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the work of Maya Vicente.
There you go, Maya Bissett, the designer of the dresses we saw there. Of course, a jam-packed night. We'll get the full video from Ian, and there's been some other videographers there as well. We'll get that shown on BCTV. Hopefully in the coming weeks, it'll also show on BCTV's video on demand at BrattleboroTV.org. And of course, Ian working with Deshay Peacock, one of the many organizers on the events on her show, the Deshay Show. So she is going to turn her next episode. You are actually at WKVT Live and Local, Steve West's show with Deshay when she was talking about her series, The Deshay Show, which can also be found on BCTV's Video on Demand. She's going to turn that Wild Night on the Catwalk and some other footage that she got for rehearsals and things into the next episode of The Deshay Show.
That's right. Next, everybody, it seems, has an opinion on the Occupy Wall Street movement. And last week, Governor Shumlin joined the ranks with this statement made at his regularly scheduled press conference.
I'm surprised it took so long, to be honest with you. You know, we live in a country where the wealthiest have never paid lower income taxes. where the gap between the top 1% and the rest of Americans has never been wider, where there's plenty of discouragement that the big banks get told they're too big to fail, but small businesses don't get much help. There's a lot of frustration. And I think whenever you have, in a democracy, people standing up and saying, hey, what about me? We, the 99%, are getting left behind, while the top 1% seems to garner more and more power and more wealth, that it's a good thing for America, and it's a good thing for our democracy.
Governor Shumlin speaking at a press conference last Thursday about the Occupy Wall Street movement, now more than 2 months old. You can catch snippets from the Shumlin's press conferences, along with other things that his team posts. VT Governor is the YouTube channel you can check out. We'll get more clips from that as well. Now we have to do some weather, courtesy of Brattleboro Union High School's morning news advisory class, BUHS TV.
Hey, today there's going to be a high of 44 and a low of 25, and tomorrow there's going to be a high of 47 and a low of 35, and it's going to be partly sunny both days. Now back to the desk.
Short and sweet today, caught me unaware with the mics off, Joe. BUHS TV shows 10:15 a.m. live on BCTV Channel 10, 2 clicks up the dial, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and they have, along with weather, all the news advisory for BUHS parents, but also some local news. They do some cool things like This Day in History segment and plenty more like that. It also serendipitously follows the rebroadcast of 5:45 Live. On mornings after our broadcast, we re-show this program at 10 a.m. in the morning. So BUHS TV coming up after that. And we rebroadcast BUHS TV after our show here on Channel 8. So a whole lot of good things going on between these two programs. In addition, BUHS TV is helping the kickoff of Project Feed the Thousands, which officially launched last Friday, doing their part to promote the event as well. Let's take a look.
So bring in your food today, and let's go check out a clip about Feed the Thousands.
Food stamps can't be used to buy toilet paper, soap, detergent, diapers, baby fever reducer, or other basic household needs, or this. And please, donate to Feed the Thousands.
You can do just even things, Joe, like when you're at the grocery store, pick up one extra item, drop it in the can there. Of course, their goal, raising 25 tractor-trailer trucks full of food, $125,000. They expect to meet that goal. Yeah, a need that rises every year. It's been an exponential growth in its 17 years. ProjectFeedTheThousands.org is the website where you can find out more. You can also make a cash donation at River Valley Credit Union. All right. Let's see, Friday, Joe, we had a jam-packed show. I had Deshae Peacock in to promote Wild Night on the Catwalk, special guest there. Now, generally Friday, we try and throw some cute critters in there, but we didn't have time then, so I'm going to jump into the Meet Our Dogs section of our show from the Windham County Humane Society here, right now on Monday. All right, Meet Our Dogs, courtesy of the Windham County Humane Society's YouTube channel, WCHS4 Pets. And we've got a look here.
This is Belu, and he also came to us from Kentucky. He is a young cleaner mix. And he was also on the urgent list, and I was really happy to get him up and save him. He's a very sweet boy, aren't you? He's a little skinny, but he's been putting on weight. And he does very well with other dogs. Don't you? Yes. You a smarty pants? You sure are. And this is Belu.
Windham County Humane Society's Meet Our Dogs program. Try and do it on Fridays. Now, if you think that cute little critter is for you, before you head out Route 30 to pick up the animal in question, find out if they're still available. WCHS4Pets.org. You can see it. It's 4 in the numerical sense, not exactly an easy-to-remember website, but we've got it there with our cute little dog graphics as well. 916 West River Road, P.O. Box 397, Brattleboro, Vermont, is their address. Again, WCHS4Pets.org, 802-254-2232. Help out an animal in need. All right, Joe, with that, it's time to hit our calendar, which means this here animation. All right, I guess I will start the calendar off by talking about the Development Review Board meeting tonight The Housing Authority off the table for tonight, and 2 other applicants requesting continuances as well. What promised to be really a whale of a meeting looks to have slimmed down a little bit. It's still going to show live on BCTV Channel 8 starting right at 7 p.m. And should be still plenty to keep municipally interested viewers going.
Sure.
For more on what to expect, we spoke with the Planning Department's Sue Fillion.
There's been several requests for continuance. Probably of interest to a lot of people is the Brattleboro Housing Authority, a continuation from the November 7th meeting where they're appealing the determination of substantial damage. They have submitted a request to continue the hearing, and that will now be heard at the Monday, December 5th DRB hearing. And representatives from BHA and the town will not be speaking to that appeal this coming Monday.
All right, again, that shows 7 p.m. BCTV Channel 8 tonight, and it'll be available on BCTV's video on demand at BrattleboroTV.org as well a little bit later in the week. All right, Joe, I'll just turn it right back over to you.
Great. Tomorrow, Roland, please join BUHS Social Studies teacher Bill Holliday at 7 p.m. at the Brooks Memorial Library as he takes you through some eyewitness testimonies that give credibility to conspiracy theories and others who feel that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone.
All right, and I'll just quickly mention as well that if you want more coverage than just us reading your events off, you can email me, Roland at BrattleboroTV.org. There's the graphic and the suit, ROLAND at BrattleboroTV.org, and not only will we try our best to read it here and let people know what's going on, but we can try and get a camera down there, get you or someone from your organization on camera to put a face to your event. All right, Joe, with that, it's time to hit our BCTV schedule quick glance, which is our daily opportunity to shamelessly plug what's coming up here on BCTV on both our Comcast cable channels. We got 2 of them, Channel 8 and Channel 10. And for that, I'm going to do what all of y'all can do out there. If you want to find out what's going on BCTV, and head to BrattleboroTV.org, where we've got live streaming for both channels, video on demand for all local programming, and schedules that are updated to the minute. Now, sometimes we make a last-minute change to the schedule. You'll find the most up-to-date information around on that website, BrattleboroTV.org. Let's just take a look at what it looks like here, because I've got it up, and we're looking at the weekly program guide for Channel 8. Here we are today. We've got BUHS TV, as I mentioned, a rebroadcast of this morning's show. Democracy Now! Is still showing at 6:30 because of their fund-driving. Free Speech TV shifted everything over, so you Democracy Now! Fans, not 7 p.m. tonight, but still 6:30. And then, of course, as we mentioned, 7 p.m., the Brattleboro Development Review Board meeting live coverage kicks off. And, Joe, something you might be interested in at 11 p.m. tonight, the Pulse of Brattleboro's October Gallery Walk shows. So as we gear up for another gallery walk, take a look back at what was going on in October. Joe and his partner in crime, Daryl Pillsbury, out on the streets interviewing people. Pretty fun show.
Fine show with some fine music at the end. So
absolutely.
Take a look, see.
There we go. And we'll also just quickly look at what's going on for BCTV Channel 10. You can hop 2 spots up the dial to our government and education sister channel, which we try and jam-pack with plenty of goods for anybody looking to stay in touch with municipal meetings and things like that. Vernon's Select Board meeting is going to be live. We have dual live meetings going on our 2 channels. That starts at 6:30 p.m. And get the Vernon Select Board meeting. And then at 10 p.m. we've got a rebroadcast of the Brattleboro Select Board meeting from the 15th. Of course, we got another one, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. But in the meantime, you can catch up again at 10 p.m. And as I mentioned, schedules updated to the minute, live streaming, video on demand for all local programming. It's all at that BrattleboroTV.org website. But Joe, we are just completely out of time. We got to let everybody go here and just do what we do best. Well, maybe not what we do best, but what I enjoy, and that's say good night, everybody. Or should I do my whole thing? For BCTV 545 Live and Joe Bushy, I'm Roland Boyden saying good night, everybody.